is somebody who I admire greatly. I've known him for a long, long time. He always impresses me. We had a great trip to South Africa a couple of months ago. Jim Kwik, the memory expert, is joining us. Let's bring on Mr. Jim Kwik. Jim, are you there?
I'm here, buddy.
Jim,
Can
there
you
you
hear me?
are. Hey, Jim, did you read all those books behind you?
90% of them. It's good to see you guys.
What is that book over to is that your left that I see? What is that book facing us, right to your left?
That's this book.
That's your book.
That is my book.
Which is all about what?
It's called Limitless. It comes out on April 28th, actually a month from today. But I just wanted to just acknowledge you. And that was the coolest breakout. I've never seen that feature on Zoom before. So that was that.
Who'd you connect with?
What's that?
Who did you connect with?
I had a new group in mind, with Jay and a number of people. It was a good group. He's doing this amazing on Nathaniel. I'm seeing so many familiar friends here. Mike, Freddie, a lot of
right?
things here. Yeah.
So tell us, why did you write a book? Besides, of course, you have so much wisdom and knowledge to share. But why the book? What's going on?
Yeah. Inspiration was my desperation. It was 28 years of teaching, and people kept on asking for a book. So I put all my knowledge and all my training into one manual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick, if we want to get this book, you have probably one of the best URLs out there. What is it?
It's called limitlessbook.com. Limitlessbook.com. It is upgrade your brain, learn anything faster, and unlock your exceptional life. It is a manual of all the methods I teach for speed reading, remembering names, learning languages, giving speeches with no notes, helping your kids, building limitless organizations and learning organizations. Wow. There we go.
How's that?
That is awesome. Can you send that to me?
There's your limitlessbook.com, huh?
Yes, there you go. Limitlessbook.com. So we're in pre-sale right now, and yeah, thank you for helping get the word out.
Not a problem. What I'd like you to do real quick is I want you, since we're sitting at home, we want to make sure we're always improving ourselves. Give us something we can do to make our brains better.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you 5 quick things. I'm gonna walk you through this limitless model, which is the core of not only learning anything faster, but really unleashing human potential. And I think I have this framework, this formula figured out. But with regards to what's going on in the environment, as we're all home right now, 5 just really quick tips. I'll try to speak as fast as Daniel crafted. 5 C's, because right now we're cocooning, and cocooning, this metamorphosis, it's a nice metaphor. Butterflies, we're going through a different kind of lifestyle. We're socially isolating ourselves, and we're either going to come out of this. The question I'm asking myself is, what's the story we're going to tell people about this time? And we could either come out stronger and smarter. At difficult times, they could define us, or they could diminish us, or they could develop us. We ultimately decide. So 5 C's really quick that I'm putting my attention to. Number 1 is clarity. This is a great time to have white space and self-reflection, and just realign with our values, what's most important to us in our life, in our relationships, in our career, in our mission, reevaluating our business, and if our actions are aligned with those values. The second C, I would say, because I alliterate everything from memory purposes, is care. We've all heard the phrase self-care is not selfish. Besides the physical hygiene, everyone knows to wash their hands and sanitize everything. Mental hygiene, I would put that top of your list, because chronic stress, chronic fear, it shrinks your brain, but not only that, it compromises your immune system, right? This whole area of neuro immunology, where we're more susceptible to viruses, to colds, to flus. Take care of your own mental hygiene. So I would make that a priority. And we talk a lot about in the book how to take care of your brain, because I think if you get your brain right, your mind will follow, your focus will follow, your better decisions will follow. But best brain foods, all the stuff that I've talked about in Metal before. Now also, third C, I would say, great time to contribute. One of the best ways to get out of fear is to focus on giving, because you can't be in service and feel fear and scared at the same time. And so in what ways can you put your time, your talent, your treasure into what's going on, or just supporting a neighbor, calling in, checking in with the elderly. Right now we're doing a lot on Instagram where we're doing free app, recession proof your brain sessions on lives. We're getting upwards of 20,000 people joining us, teaching them how to adapt and to be able to learn, retool in a world where the future of work is changing a lot. We're doing also free programs for your kids since all the schools are closed. We're doing 90-minute sessions for teaching students what they didn't learn in school. They taught them what to learn, but they're not teaching them how to learn. So advanced study skills, speed reading, memory. So that's how we're contributing. Another C, what's this, number 4, be creative. This is ample time. People always said, I'll do this when I have time. Now we have time. And so, Sir Isaac Newton was during the plague, you've heard, he had to leave London. He went socially isolate himself at home. That's when proverbial apple fell on his head and came up with these theorems for gravity and motion. Shakespeare, same thing during the Great Plague, wrote Macbeth and just King Lear. All this great stuff came out of times of chaos and when people were in solitude. So again, we feel like we're cocooning, and when we're in the cocoon, we could, ruminate over stuff and doubt and fear and loneliness, or we could put that into something a little bit more constructive. And then I would say the last C, besides clarity and contribution and these things, is capabilities. Now is a great time to level up your learning. So what are you using these next weeks or months to be able to lean into, to pick up? What are you reading right now? What skill development? Where I don't think we should be shrinking like our dreams and our aspirations to fit this current situation. I think more that we should be expanding our skill set to be able to meet those visions and those dreams. So those are the 5 things I'm thinking about right now. And in terms of capability, just really quickly, in this book, The Heart of Limitless is a model that I believe is an explanatory schema for liberating yourself of limits. It's a process I call unlimiting. And unlimiting is removing these limits in these areas. So what I would love everyone to do is take out a piece of paper, turn this into a micro workshop. And I want you to think about one area of your life where you feel held back. You're not making progress.
Can we just write this down on our phones or computers?
Yeah.
Can we get paper?
I'm gonna, and we're gonna draw a Venn diagram. So, or if you can't write it down or draw it, just imagine it in your mind, 3 circles intersecting. And I could throw up a slide on this also, but I just want people to actually just create it instead of just kind of consume what I'm saying. So the first circle, 3 circles, kind of looks like Mickey Mouse, 2 ears connected and a face. These are the 3 forces that keep us limited and also could liberate us. So think of yourself in a box. In what area do you feel like perfect? Exactly what Ken just made right there. Think of yourself in a box. And like in some area, you're not making progress. And being limitless, this book, while it is about accelerated learning, it's not about being perfect. It's about advancing and progressing what you believe is beyond what you believe is possible, okay? So the 3 forces that liberate you. Number 1 is your mindset. And what I'm defining as mindset are the set of assumptions and attitudes you have about the world, about yourself, about how things work. All right, so in the mindset, you would find something like what you believe is possible, what you believe you're capable of, what you believe you deserve. So in methods, like, which is, the final M, I teach you how to be able to remember names, to be able to learn all these things, right? But if you believe you're not good at remembering names, or you believe you're stupid, or you believe you're too old or whatever, that's gonna have a direct effect on your mindset and keep you on the method, keep you in that box. The second M is your motivation. Now, when I say motivation, a lot of people have, it's kind of tainted. It's kind of a loaded word. People think motivation is going to a seminar and jumping on chairs and shaking their hands up, and they make a decision on something, but the next day it's not a real decision because nothing changes. So if you procrastinate, put things off, this is the key for sustainable motivation. And what I mean by that is it's We also have a Limitless movie or television show. Bradley Cooper, Robert De Niro. He takes a pill, goes from zero to hero. He has incredible focus, this incredible memory. He writes his book in a few days. He gets super organized. He gets really lucky with women and just this whole thing, right? But he has a surge of motivation. But when the pill wears off 24 hours later, the motivation just drops. That's not the goal. I have a formula for sustainable motivation, and it's 3 parts. And this is what I've realized and revealed over the past 28 years. And this is neuroscience applied towards cognitive performance and just field tested with every industry you can imagine. The key to sustainable motivation, it's a formula, P times E equals S3. P times E equals S3. And just really quickly, a lie around motivation, because in the mindset, section of this book, I basically demystify these lies of learning and human potential. And lie for me, again, is an acronym: limited idea, entertain. It's all about BS, your belief systems. And so one of the lies around motivation is that you have to enjoy that thing. And I don't believe you do have to enjoy that thing. But if you're motivated, like I take cold showers and ice baths every single morning, but I hate the cold. I'm right here in New York City in the heart of Manhattan. I dislike the cold, but I still am motivated. So what's the key to motivating yourself and other people? The P stands for purpose. And those are your reasons, right? We know with the right reasons, not just intellectualizing here, but feeling them here, both pain and pleasure, then reasons reap results, right? So we could walk through people a process of tapping into their why, start with why, Simon Sinek. The E stands for energy. Because what I did was I just reverse engineered this. I was like, I want to think about designing the ultimate motivated human being, and their motivation never falters. If they just have a big enough why or reason, are they always going to be motivated? And the test for motivation is the evidence is they take an action, right? And I'm like, no, there's something missing. E stands for energy. And so somebody could be incredibly, have the reasons for working out, but if they haven't slept in 2 days, they might not feel motivated to work out because they lack the energy, right? Somebody could be, they're motivated to make sales calls or read an hour a day, like they have the reasons, but they lack the energy because they ate like a lot of junk food, processed food, they're in a food coma, right? So energy is key. So in the book, I document 10 keys for ultimate brain energy. And then I went back scientific methods saying, do we have the ultimate motivated person? Once the person has a reason and they have plenty of energy, is there any case where they won't follow through? Your kids won't follow through, your team won't follow through, you won't follow through? And I was like, yes, because you lack the last thing, which is S3, a small, simple step. A lot of people will feel the reason, they will feel the energy, but they won't know what to do because their goal is to make the next billion-dollar business, or to find their soulmate and marry them, or their goal is to have the perfect body. It's way too big and intimidating, and a confused mind doesn't do anything. So the question, yes.
It's a lot of stuff. Sounds like we have to get the book.
Yes, limitlessbook.com.
Right there, right here. Right here, limitlessbook.com. Hey, if you go get the book, you actually have a whole course that goes along with it, right?
Yeah, I want to enlist your help in making this the most read book of 2020. We're donating 100% of the author proceeds to build schools. We build schools everywhere from Guatemala to Kenya. And when I say most read, it's not the most bought book, but when people go to limitlessbook.com, submit the receipt, I give you a 10-day speed reading memory course to ensure you read the book. And then I give your family, whoever, you're buying this for, a 4-week book club where there's 4 sections to the book. So we spend 1 week per section after you receive the book. So I teach you how to apply it, how to remember everything you read, and a bonus chapter on how to make limitless kids, bonus chapter on limitless business.
Yeah, everyone's going to want it. Okay, limitlessbook.com. Make sure everyone, you go off and get this, because this is one of those books you need to read, because it's only going to make us better.